Happy New Year, this is Tracy from Simply Into My Nails. Just coming to show you a new video. I've had this manicure on for about 3 weeks now. I put it on, originally I put on a soak off gel manicure of IBD's Pretty and Pewter with Siberian minks, which I sort of sponged onto the tips. I originally only planned to keep that manicure on for a week and then do something for my Christmas do, but then I realised that I could actually just cover over it, so decided to go with this polish, which is beautiful red holographic polish by Colours by Leroux, and it's called the Mighty Red Baron. It's an absolutely gorgeous polish. Anyway, I've had those polishes on my nails now for nearly 3 weeks. I was planning to do a manicure for Christmas Day and then New Year's Day, but then I ended up having the flu, so I haven't had a chance to do anything to my nails whatsoever. So it's lucky that I picked a really nice colour that I wasn't sick of looking at for 3 weeks, and that these two polishes, the IBD, stayed on really, really well. I've got no lifting whatsoever. But now it's a new year, so I think it's time for a new manicure. So I'm going to take this polish off and then soak off. So I'm going to do a new video of how I remove my soak off gel polishes, because I don't feel like the other one recorded in a particularly good lighting condition, so hopefully this one's a bit better. You have to bear with me, my throat's still a little bit croaky and I may possibly lose my voice halfway through this video, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But anyway, I'll get going with how to take off this. So this one's a little bit different because obviously I've got regular polish on. On this manicure I have obviously this polish and then I have a regular top coat as well. So I'm going to take this red off because I don't want to soak off with the red on because it might stain my fingers. I really don't want that to happen. So recently I've been using this remover by ASP. It's a soak off gel conditioning soak off solution. So I'll be using that for my soak off, and as it's already out on the table, I'm going to use it as well to remove my nail polish. So I'm just going to do that. The best way that I've found to remove polishes like this is to apply, you know, a generous amount of remover onto the pad and then just leave it actually on the nail. Apply a little bit of pressure just to sort of squeeze some of the remover onto the nail polish and start the softening process before you start to take it off. Now, I don't smush the red colour into my nails and cuticles, otherwise you can end up with staining and it's a nightmare to get it off, so I tend to do it this way. So just let it soak on for a little while and then just pull it off. Now, believe it or not, it may not look like it, but that's actually taken off most of the colour. There it is. But I know for a fact that that Mighty Red Baron stained the bejeebers out of that Pretty and Pewter polish, because when I was putting on the manicure I made a bit of a mistake on one of the nails. I literally ruined it straight after doing the whole hand, so I had to take it off, and even after being on there for like 5 minutes it had already stained it and changed the colour. So I'll see if any more of it comes off, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that colour. Yeah, so that's everything off, and I can show you. I'll just do another. Just dropping everything all over the place. So that's a new cotton round, and that's the polish, and I'll show you what it's actually supposed to look like so you can see that it's definitely stained it. I don't think it will stain nails, it's just that the soak off gel polish top coat tends to latch onto stronger colours. So yeah, this is what this gel manicure should look like, and I'll just paint a bit of it on there. Completely different. Anyway, I'm going to go through the rest of the nails now on both hands and just remove the polish. You probably don't need to see that, so I'll just do it quickly. So now I'm back. I've taken off the nail polish, although it doesn't look like I have. It's all come off. Just the staining is left on the actual gel polish manicure. So now I'm going to take off the gel. Last time I did my removal, I used the C&D remover wraps, but I've been trying out different types of removers, and I've been using these ones by OPI most recently. I really like them. They're quite easy to put on. The same as when I use the C&D ones, I use 5 and then I reuse them on the other hand. But I find that these ones don't use as much product because the pad that you have to sort of apply the remover fluid to is a lot thinner. I'm not sure if you can tell. This one's quite thick, so you have to use quite a lot of product to actually saturate it. This one's a lot thicker. It's about 3 or 4 times thicker than this one. Anyway, I've been liking using these OPI ones, so that's what I'm going to use today. So I've got my remover fluid, which is obviously the ASP conditioning soak off solution. And for this one, I don't put any acetone with it. I just use it straight as it is. It's very similar to the C&D nourishing remover, but the ASP is easier to get hold of because I can buy it in Sally's. They're both really moisturising. They have like added oils in them. So I add a few pumps. I don't even remember how many pumps that is I just did, but it's actually soaking wet. It's probably too wet to be honest, but never mind. And then just wrap my fingers. See if I can count this. I think it's about 3 or 4. I'll do 4 because this one's going to go on my thumb. Yeah, it's definitely 3. 4's too many. But with the C&D ones, I could use like 5 or 6 pumps and it wouldn't be too many. So that just shows that this uses a lot less product. So now those fingers have been wrapped in the OPI remover wraps. I will leave that remover on there for about 10 minutes or until I feel the polish removing from the nail plate. I'm going to put my hand into one of my freezer bags just to trap the moisture in and the heat. So this is the same as the steps I followed last time. Now just get my towel, which has got a hot water bottle in, and I just put my hand inside. It's in there. I don't know if you can see that. And I'll just leave that in there for 10 minutes. So just grab my phone and put 10 minutes on the timer. So it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes have now passed on my timer, so I'm just going to check my nails. I haven't felt them release yet, but I've just been watching up, so yeah, I was a bit distracted, so I don't know whether they have or not, but I'll just check them. I did this one first, so I'll check that first, and as you can see, that's just fallen straight off. I've got Vitagel recovery on my nails, and that just usually flakes off pretty much like you've just seen it come off. It's not stuck on at all. I'm just helping any of the little bits that are on there come off, but yeah, that's come off pretty easily. That one again has come off inside of there. So I'll just lightly agitate the base coat. It's kind of stuck in a few places, so I'm just going to prise that bit that's just peeled off and then just pop that one back on my nail just to deal with any residue. I'm going to do the same with this one as well. Even though there's not really anything on that nail, I'm just going to do it anyway. So that one's just coming up. This one, the Vitagel, sorry, is still on there a little bit, so I'm just going to re-soak it. I'm going to go to the thumb because that was the next one that I wrapped, I think. And as you can see, that one's still, the top part of the base coat has come off, but the bottom, the base part is still pretty much stuck on there, so I'll just stick that back on. And go to the little finger, which that bit's come off cleanly. So out of all of those, the little finger, which had the least amount of soaking, has come off the easiest, but I'm just going to go back over those first ones and just check for any bits that just want to come off easy. I'm not scraping my nails at all, I'm literally just rubbing it with minimal pressure. If it needs more pressure, to me that means it needs more soaking. So for instance, that one needs a little bit more soaking. So 2 have come off perfectly and 3 need a little bit more time, so I'm going to give them another 2 minutes. So back into the bag and back into the hot water bottle. So time's up. I'm going to check those nails again. So this one is all lifted up now. The Vitagel removes so easily, it's perfect, it's like a perfect base coat. It stays on my nails really well and then it comes off really easy, and my nails look in great condition when it does come off as well. So yeah, that's just all lifted and flaked off. And then my thumb, and just push that bit off. I think there's still some underneath, like right on the tip, so I'm just going to re-soak that for a little while. But whilst that's soaking, I'm just going to clean up those fingers a little bit. I'm going to use some of the remover and just give them a bit of a clean up. And doing this, I don't think it's in focus, but doing this kind of takes off any excess that's been left on the nail plate, sorry, and also takes off any that's got on my skin or anything like that. Just cleans them up a little bit. So doing that just cleans up my nails a bit. Now it looks like this nail is peeling. There's a little peel there, that's come off there. That's my actual nail. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but it's happened on that corner. So on that tip, that's why it looks a little bit discoloured. That's alright, because I'm going to file them down anyway because they're all getting a bit too long. So I'm just going to try and get the last bit off of this nail. which has just come off really easy. Use that same pad. Clean that now. So, just move all this out of the way. And that's my hand. With all of the gel polish removed. No scratched nails, they're not dry, they're not really white. My skin is really conditioned and moisturised from that remover. I've not put anything else on my hands other than the remover, so it's quite oily, but for me that works perfectly. And if I was to put a gel manicure on top of these nails, I would rinse them with a bit of washing up liquid and a nail brush and just give them a quick scrub, like a few seconds, and then I would go over them and squeak them with some acetone and alcohol. So now I just need to remove the gel polish from this hand now, and then I'll be back. So as I mentioned before, I reuse these wraps because they're not cheap, and I don't really need to use 10 when 5 does the job just as well for me. I'm just doing my own nails. Obviously if I was taking somebody else's manicure off, I would use 10 because it's quicker, but for me I would do one hand at a time anyway, so I might as well reuse them. So unravel them, pop them all together, get my remover, and then repeat the same steps. Now, because my thumb gave me a few problems, I'm going to do that one first. So just wrap them, same as before. And as you can see, the wraps don't tear easily, they're really robust, so I love using these. Now I'm going to soak off for another 10 minutes. I'm going to leave this one for 12 minutes actually, because I know that the last one took 12, so there's no point in unravelling them and redoing it. I might as well just leave them on once. So I'm going to leave this on for 12 minutes, and then take the remover wraps off. So I'll be back. Those are my nails now with all of the gel polish removed. That gel polish had been on my nails for 3 weeks. First of all, I started off with the IBD, these two obviously. There were 3 coats of Pretty and Pewter, then 2 with Siberian minks sponged onto the tips. The base coat for that manicure was Gelish Recovery and Vitagel Recovery, and the top coat was Gelish Top It Off. I had that on for a week, and then obviously I had 2 coats of this on, and then I had regular polished top coat on. So that came off really well, came off in 12 minutes for each hand. So I've probably been doing this removal for about 45 minutes in total, including recording. So I've gone over my nails now, the ones that were peeling, and I've just sort of got rid of the peely bits as best I can without buffing too much. I buffed using a white buffer block. a used one, so it's not too abrasive. And I just sort of buffed very gently on the tips. I don't like buffing my nails, so I will only do it to get rid of peels. Now, the nails on this hand, these two in particular, always peel all the time. They always have done. And the only thing that has made me be able to grow them to this length and longer when they are longer is by wearing gel polish. If I didn't have gel polish, they would break all the time. So the gel polish has really worked for me, and I find that the Gelish Recovery base coat really does as well. So anyway, that's my nails. That's my modified new soak off procedure. I'm sure it will change again. When I first started out using gel polish, I used to use the cotton wool and tin foil and all the rest of it, but to be honest, I can't be bothered with the hassle. It might be a little bit cheaper, but to me it's just easier using the proper wraps, and I prefer to use a proper remover as well that's got the nourishing oils in it, because it really does help with the condition of your nails. Acetone by itself can be incredibly harsh on your skin, like your skin or your cuticles, and also really drying for your nails. And I find that using a remover like C&D Nourishing Remover or the ASP Conditioning Soak Off Gel Polish Remover just works so much better, and it increases the wear that I get from my subsequent manicures. So anyway, I hope that helps for anybody who's got questions about removing soak off gel manicures. So anyway, thank you very much for watching my videos. I really appreciate all of your likes and comments and all of my subscribers. Hopefully 2015 I'll be able to bring a lot more videos to you, including some more nail art, including stamping and other techniques that I will try out as the year progresses. But thank you anyway for your continued support, and I really do appreciate it. Happy New Year. Bye. Thanks for watching.